Indian money changers refuse to take Australian $100 bills amid currency crisis. Australian travellers in India are being unwittingly swept up in the country's cash crisis. Australian travellers in India are being unwittingly swept up in the country's cash crisis. The government's shock move to scrap 500 and 1,000 rupee notes at the end of 2016 sent Indians scrambling to exchange the currency, with queues forming outside banks across the nation. Now, as Darwin-based fashion designer Emma Swandas has discovered, the Australian currency has also been swept up in the chaos. In the Rajasthan town of Pushkar sourcing fabrics for her business, Ms. Swandas went to exchange money, as per usual, before hitting the markets on Wednesday. "I went to many money changers, and they all told me that no one is accepting Australian $100 notes," she told news.com.au. "As I was unable to change my $100 notes, I had to take out money using my credit card, and I was charged 10% by the money changer to do this." The reason? Recent reports that the Australian government is considering scrapping the denomination. While Revenue and Financial Services Minister Kelly Odwyer has flagged a review of the $100 note as part of the government's crackdown on the cash economy, it is still very much a valid currency, and any change would be announced well in advance. But it is easy to see why money changers in India might be wary. Their government yanked most of its currency from circulation without warning on November 8, jolting the economy and leaving most citizens scrambling for cash. Because of the current money problem in India, ATMs are only letting you take out 2,500 INR at a time, which is not much more than $50, and the queues are so long that you are waiting hours, Ms. Swandas said. Money changers are taking advantage of this by charging very high commission. In normal times they charge 3%, but at the moment they are charging 10%. She said her appeal for help to the Australian High Commission in New Delhi had fallen on deaf ears. They had heard about this, but basically they said there was nothing they could do about it as it was only a rumor, Ms. Swandas said. "They told me that I should get money sent to me from Australia by Western Union. I suggested that they make a statement in India saying that this rumor was not true, but I was told that the Australian government does not respond to rumors." Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said his demonetization decree had succeeded in uncovering tax evasion and cracking down on graft, urging patience and insisting that his government was playing a long game that would eventually modernize Indian society and benefit the poor. Almost immediately after the policy was announced late last year, serpentine lines appeared at banks and ATMs as people waited hours to deposit or exchange their devalued 500 and 1,000 rupee notes, which make up 86% of India's currency, for new bills. As the December 30 deadline for exchanging old currency notes for new ones arrived, many Indians were still stuck waiting. Authorities only began printing the new bills after the policy was announced, leading to a currency shortage that brought daily commerce in essentials including food, medicine, and transportation almost to a halt. Empty ATMs and ever-changing rules prevented people from withdrawing money, and many small, cash-reliant businesses from cinemas to neighborhood grocery stores suffered huge losses or went under. Worst affected were the country's hundreds of millions of farmers, produce vendors, small shop owners and daily wage laborers. The Australian government is aware that some Australians have had issues in changing $100 notes for Indian rupees, a spokesperson for the Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade told news.com.au. Following consultation with the High Commission in New Delhi, Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade travel advice for India was reissued on 5 January 2017. The Australian government has no plans to withdraw the $100 note from circulation, and it remains legal tender in Australia. The High Commission in New Delhi is working to inform the Indian community of the ongoing legality of the Australian $100 note. With AP.